And welcome back to Focus on Texas. If you're looking for a way to help rescue dogs and express your creativity at the same time, the Cup of Kindness campaign is for you. Fisher's Markets have teamed up with Lucky Spot Dog Rescue for the creative fundraiser. Here to tell us more is Zain Bidiwala with Fisher's Market and founder of Lucky Spot Dog Rescue, Kim Cahoon. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Well, Zain, if you could tell us about the Cup of Kindness campaign, how can people go about entering the contest?
For sure. So the Cup of Kindness campaign came up because our coffee cups are pretty boring right now, the design of it. So we're looking for a new way to kind of spruce it up, make it fun, kind of get the feeling of a Texas morning. So want design submissions from people in the community. We'd love to have people submit their designs. We'll vote on it internally with Kim. And yeah, it came about, our relationship came about because of a mutual friend that got us connected. We wanted to benefit a local local organization. And who doesn't love getting woken up by a dog at like 6 in the morning? So.
Yes, absolutely. Your forever family member. And Zain, what are the prizes for the top 3 designs?
For sure. There's a cash prize of $1,000 for first place and free coffee for a year. And then second and third place also have smaller cash prizes and free coffee for a year for everybody.
Wow. Okay. That is a great deal in itself. And Kim, Lucky Spot Dog Rescue, I understand will get a portion of the proceeds from the coffee sales in April. So tell us how that will help out in all of this.
We are so appreciative of that and love when we have collaborations with businesses like this because it really helps us. And any donations that we can get will help our mission and help dogs that we have that have extra medical care that need more than just the basics. Like we have this one here who had to have his leg amputated and also has heartworms. So that is something that would cost us about $2,000 to treat all of that.
So let's talk a little bit about these pups here. So they are currently rescued. They are with your rescue. So who do we have here?
So this shepherd is Adolin. He is one that came from the Rio Grande Valley down south in Texas. And so they have a really bad stray problem down there, just like we do in San Antonio. And he was incredibly injured. So we had to have him transported here and he had to have his leg amputated because it was just, it was not savable. And so he's one that we had taken care of here at our vet and got him all fixed up. He got neutered at the same time, all of his shots, he's microchipped, and unfortunately he's also heartworm positive. So he'll have to have his heartworms treated, but he's doing great despite all of that. And he's the sweetest dog. He's so friendly. He's great with other dogs and a cat in the house. And I mean, he would just be a perfect family dog. And then this one, her people that found her were calling her Bella, but they found her in a dumpster at a Starbucks here in San Antonio in the medical center. So she's about 8 years old is what the vet thinks. She's just a Staffy Pitty mix. She's also very sweet. She's great with other dogs. They're both house and kennel trained, so she'd be a great, insert to any family as well.
And Kim, if someone is looking to foster or adopt, how do they go about getting started?
We have an application that we need completed. So as soon as someone submits their application, we can reach out and we go over that internally and check everything that we want to know, and we will set up a meet and greet with them and make sure that everybody is a good fit, for the adoption. And then we have a standard adoption fee that has to be taken care of. And fosters, we also have an application, so we have all of their information on file, and we can provide any supplies that they need to foster the dog. They need a kennel, food, puppy pads, toys, anything like that.
And obviously, Kim, it does take a lot to run a dog rescue. I mean, you need the foster moms and dads, the monetary, just so much comes up. So how can viewers support Lucky Spot Dog Rescue?
Well, monetary donations always help us, with mainly our medical bills. That's a constant thing where we spend thousands a month at our vet. And also we can put more buildings on the property that we have. And so we have a few little buildings out there where we can house dogs until we get them adopted if we don't have fosters for them. And each one has their own AC and heat in them, and they have dog doors, and so we make sure they're nice and comfortable and taken care of. So any donations like that will help us just continue to do what we do. And we can always use donations as far as like towels and blankets, leashes, collars, things like that that will help provide for the animals, and we can pass those things on to our fosters.
I love that. And Zain, what would you tell people, what would you tell them to participate in the Cup for Kindness campaign?
Yeah, I think it would be great for the community to show off their art skills, calling all artists, in the New Braunfels, San Antonio area. I think it would just be fun to have your design on the cup and get to benefit a local organization as well. All the instructions are on the website, so fishersmkt.com and /kindness. Sorry.
And I love it because this is a way to give back. Also, you're doing something that you enjoy. I mean, the free coffee, but also, you see what your money is going to, what your time and your energy is going into as well. And I'm sure that makes you feel good as well.
Oh, for sure. Meeting these dogs up close in person, it's like making that personal connection, right? Like you actually see who it's benefiting. Can't beat it.
I love it. And, Kim, I'm sure you never know when you're going to get a call for another, okay, we have this injured dog, or we have another dog. I'm sure you guys are constantly taking in animals, right?
We get those calls, emails, requests, messages every day. And unfortunately, we can't help them all. But when we have more fosters and we have more donations, it helps us to be able to take in more. So I normally run with around 60 dogs in the rescue at a time. And so that seems to be what's manageable. Mm-hmm. But if we have more fosters, then we can help rescue and take in more dogs.
For someone interested in being a foster, how do they go about doing that, or what advice would you give them?
Well, our dogs mainly stay in Texas. We do send some on transport, so there's not a defined time for fostering. So ideally, we are looking for people who will foster and just commit to that dog and hang on to them for us until we can find that forever home. But we are there to help support and provide supplies and whatever they need to help make the dog comfortable. And we'll work with them when they're going out of town and move them around to another foster to try and accommodate schedules and things like that. So it's not something they have to have a burden for when they're going out of town. They're like, what do I do with my foster dog?
Yeah, and absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's just also trying to find that right forever family to get the dogs placed, right?
And a lot of times our fosters end up adopting their foster dogs. So that's always ideal for us too. They just fall in love and they're like, I can't let them go. So that does happen a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Kim, Zain, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And